Good evening, everyone. My name's Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I'm reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading's Miami office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Thursday, September the 19th, 2013, and here is today's After the Bell Market Summary video brought to you by WallStreetTrading.com. Just want to go ahead and give you guys a quick video here today, and I want to start by taking a look to see how the indices closed the session out here. The Dow closed down 40 points, the Nasdaq closed up close to 6 points here, 5.75. S&P 500 closed down 3 points. If we take a look at the breadth on the market, we had 3,591 issues advancing today. I'm sorry, we had 3,591 issues declining today on the NYSE, Nasdaq, and the Amex. We had 2,601 issues advancing on the NYSE, Nasdaq, and the Amex. Therefore, breadth was in favor of the bears today. After we had a nice little bullish day yesterday, they followed the market today with some little selling pressure across the board. A little spike up in the market a little bit around 2 o'clock to close the market off of the lows. So let's go ahead and break down the market here, starting off with the S&P 500. We're going to be looking at the SPY ETF. Closed down 29 cents, 0.17%, closing at 172.76. Again, we have some support down here at 171 from the prior pivot high. We broke out, so it should now act as support. So as long as we can hold above 171, we should be good. You can see prices a little bit extended from that fast moving average, so we could have some sideways consolidation. Maybe try to flag off this pattern, or we could even maybe pull back a little bit. But we do have these rising moving averages here, and the trend is up, and we are above key levels. So we want to keep an eye on that 171 level, and then if we break above today's highs, we should get some buyers. And today's high that we made in the SPY was 173.67. All right, that's how that's looking. Let's take a look at the triple Qs. Okay, so the triple Qs here closed at 79.50. Little tight range day, kind of a little indecision candle. Not really much to say about this. I mean, the technology stocks were kind of mixed across the board today. We had Apple up 1.64%. Google was down 0.5%. Microsoft was up close to 1%. HPQ got slammed today. We'll take a look at that chart here shortly. So, I mean, tech sector was mixed. Tesla had a nice little move today. I believe that's in the Nasdaq now, right? What else? That's about it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the IWM. As far as the Nasdaq goes, though, of course, we made new all-time highs. No, sorry, not new all-time highs. We made new 52-week highs here on the triple Qs. And as this trend continues up, we'll be making new 52-week highs every week, I guess, if the trend continues to move up. Um, let's take a look at the IWM here. The small cap Russell 2000 down 11 cents today, pretty much flat across the board. All right, we broke above this key level right here, which looks to be around 105.50. We chopped around it earlier this week, but then we got a breakout yesterday after the FOMC meeting. And then today, just a little pause day. We're above the rising moving averages. Everything still seems pretty much intact here. Target on the IWM will be up here towards this upper channel. Up here towards 110 will be the next target that we're looking for to get hit. As long as this index continues to trend up, we should see that 110 target sometime by the end of next week. It looks like we'll see. Let's take a quick look at the ES, and then we'll look at some stock charts. Well, we got to look at some of the currencies and VIX and commodities real quick here. Taking a look at the ES, S&P 500 futures again, another little pause day, flashed new highs and closed in the upper range. What about that VIX volatility index? Of course, this thing has pretty much gotten smacked down. We still have the Syria news looming, and we still have, I just heard them on CNBC talking about the interest rates rising up. All right, so that's caused a little pressure for some of the financial stocks today. That's why the financial stocks are weak. And we still have all this stuff going on right now. Bad news is considered good news, and good news considered bad news. For example, yesterday the news was pretty much, the fact that the Fed wants to keep interest rates low and keep the quantitative easing going on. That means that the economy is not in a good place, but that's good for the market. Of course, that means the Fed's going to keep on helping the economy out. So if that was to stop, well, then that would not be good. And if that was to stop, the only reason that's going to stop is if the economy starts to get better. And if the economy starts to get better and they start pulling away from the QE and the market's so used to this QE, then that could be disastrous. So we're in a real tough spot in the market when you think about all the stuff going on out there, fundamental. Yeah, technicals on most of these charts look pretty decent, but fundamentally, I mean, we got to make sure that we are on our P's and Q's, and make sure we don't get blindsided by some type of news or some type of event that happens. whether it be Syria, whether it be interest rates spiking up something. So just that's all I want to say. But the VIX, we're holding below. Well, we closed below 1353 today. If we continue to hold below 1350 or so, we should make a move down towards the bottom of this little pocket area right here around 12. Let's take a look at the currencies. You guys remember me telling you guys to watch the US dollars. The dollar's going to go down as we have this megaphone pattern. Well, let's take a look what the dollar's doing here. All right, we also highlighted this range of this channel. We broke right in the channel. Once we broke below 81, that caused for a lot of selling pressure, and boom, now we're back in this nice little downward channel that we had, and now we're back down, heading down towards our target down here, which is the lower formation of the broadening pattern here. All right, megaphone pattern, broadening pattern, however you guys want to call it. Either way, the analysis was correct. Hopefully you guys are watching these videos, sharing these videos, subscribing to the YouTube channel. All right, dollar sold off, commodities popped up. Some of these basic material stocks caught a bid because of this decline in our dollar. All right, and we're going to see how this affects the different asset classes. What about that euro? All right, the euro broke out. Euro USD. I was calling this long yesterday in the office the whole day, and then I actually sold my euro futures contract a minute before the news came out, and the thing spiked up 100 ticks, which would have been a good trade with only 100 ticks and only had 7 ticks at risk. But again, risky business either way, because who knows the amount of slippage that could have taken that I could have had in the trade. So rather be flat going into the number and then long something, right? And try to stop his position after. But in any case here, the euro real strong or above that 134 level. You should be looking to buy dips in the euro as long as we continue to hold above this 134 level. So I am going to be looking for another move here once we finish consolidating a bit here and then look for another push up. And that's hopefully that coincides with another push down in the dollar off the bear flag that could be forming in the dollar and the bull flag that could possibly start forming in the euro. Keep an eye out on that. If you trade futures, you can trade the /6E euro futures contract, or you could get long the FXE or get short the euro. Or there's a whole bunch of different strategies that we could talk about here. But again, you have to come to our chat room, mywallstreettv.com, to get some of that nice information. All right, so we looked at that. Let's go and take a look at that gold futures. All right, because gold did get a nice respectable pop yesterday with the reasoning behind it to back up the pop, and we're probably going to see this consolidate a bit before it tries to make a move higher. Again, we broke the nice little downward trend line right here, and we have a nice engulfing candle that pretty much engulfed the prior 1, 2, 3, 4 days worth of action there. So let's see this consolidate a bit, hold above this 1350, then try to make another push higher. I had a couple of friends of mine talking about how the GDX did not follow the gold miners. Remember, guys, some people want to actually be long the physical metal, meaning that they're actually buying the gold, and some people just want to be long the ETF. They don't want to participate in the miners. So if you're looking to play the gold trade, just buy the GLD. Buy some call options in the GLD or buy the ETF. Figure out a smart way to play it, because again, sometimes the gold miners, they may not catch a bid if gold catches a bid, because people want to be in the actual physical metal part of it. So let's take a look at crude oil /CL. All right, it was down $1.71 today. Still trading in this little range. Again, crude oil, I do believe crude oil is going to trade higher. Just need another catalyst, and who knows if that catalyst is going to be that we actually go to war with Syria, or we actually bomb some missiles over there, and next you know this thing's spiking over 114 breakout level on the weekly and monthly chart. So we'll see. Just keep an eye on this range in crude oil. Right, if it respects this range, then you may be able to trade this range if you're a big fan of trading ranges. Me personally, I'm not. I like to trade momentum, so I like to actually trade the break of those top ranges. But as you can see here, what could happen when you try to trade a break of a top range? Sometimes you get stuck in the trap like that. So that's the thing with trading ranges. You want to make sure you know when that real momentum is going to come in, and that happens. That could happen by reading the tape. You can do that by reading the tape action. While it's trading, throughout the past couple weeks, you can do that, or looking at the news that comes out and see if that news that caused it to break out was just a little hype news, or there's different ways to go about this. But again, you want to watch your range in crude oil and see if there's any type of catalyst that could come forward in the next couple of days to weeks that can cause this thing to break out. We also have a nice little downward looking bullish channel here off this little pivots that we're working off of. So let's go ahead and talk about some stocks here, starting with Apple. Apple got smacked down earlier this week, okay, or I should say last week, catching a bid right now. It's going to have some resistance around this 485 level. That pivot right there will act as support, should act as resistance right here. Also coincides with the declining moving average, so keep an eye on that 485 level. I would not be doing anything with Apple if you did not I would say on Tuesday. A little bit too risky to get long right here, and too risky to get short because we still have more room to go up if anything. Amazon, this was a strong stock. We've been talking about this name here, and what do you know? It's making new all-time highs. All right, we're watching this key 300 level. Right, that 300 level was important because we had this big breakout candle from the earnings date, which they faded the stock all the way down to that 281. Right, the prior breakout level right here acted as support, and up we go, a little flag action, and then yesterday it caught the actually not yesterday but Monday. Wait, not Monday. Hold on 1 second here. Tuesday caught a nice little breakout, followed by another breakout on Wednesday, and then today just a little pause day. We'll see. Probably Friday has like a little small range day. It chops around a bit. I wouldn't buy it up here. You want to wait for it to pull back a bit or try to put some bids in the name. Let's see. Let's take a look at HPQ because that was weak today. Pretty sure that pushing Nasdaq lower a little bit. HPQ looks like it wants to roll over. Has a 200-day the 200-day simple moving average right here around 2131. Keep an eye on that moving average. We start holding below that level, we could see some sellers start to take control of this name. Has not been able to catch a bid ever since it gapped down from its earnings and traded sideways to lower. All right. Let's see what else we have going on here. Tesla. They got upgraded yesterday after the close with a $200 price target. I forgot by which firm, but one of my friends that trades, he sent me the message and I looked at it, and next thing you know, pre-market it's up, and then here it is breaking out today, making new all-time highs. A power stock. Anybody that's been trying to short the stock, they've been getting their hand chopped off, I guess you could say. Netflix, pretty strong as well. A little momentum name here, still hanging in there. All right, you still want to make sure you see those momentum names hang near their highs, as long as the markets, the market's up here near these highs, and these momentum names, the market's up here near the highs, and it's pulling in a bit, and then the momentum names are still holding up near their highs or near their all-time highs. That's still a good sign the market has a chance of going higher. Just keep that in mind. And price line's looking pretty good. Price line, I believe they said, it's the first stock in the S&P 500, something like that, to be above 1,000. Not sure, but I heard them talking about that this morning. Either way, this stock's holding above 1,000. Keep an eye on it. This stock could be the next, well, the next Apple. Who knows? Let's see here. Price line strong. CMG. This name has been looking pretty good as well. It looked good the other day, and now it's kind of hanging out a bit up here near the highs. Uh, Keep an eye on this name. It's consolidating in a range between 420 and 427. The market stays strong. This thing continues to trade sideways. Look for this thing to catch another momentum leg up. Let's go ahead and talk about the financials. They were saying how the interest rates were rising today, and that caused some of the interest rate sensitive stocks to move down. So hence, a lot of the financial stocks got hit today. Gold, JP Morgan down 1.25%. And this stock has not even been able to catch a bid with the market. So if the financials do start to get weak, JP Morgan is going to be the name that you want to try to smack down, as it has not been able to catch a bid. Goldman Sachs had a nice little catalyst to it last week when they got added to the Dow Jones. That's been keeping this stock up a bit with some of the momentum in the market, of course. And this thing's made new 52-week highs today and pulled in off those highs and closed kind of in the middle of the range there. Still looks all right though. Bank of America, this stock has been trying to catch a bid. Still holding about 1440 area or so. But now you can let me just take this line out, because now this range is starting to become a little bit wider. You can say that we're in the range between 14 and 15, little dollar range action here. We'll see how that one plays out. BBT, this stock got smacked down today. I'm not sure if there's any news that came out on the stock or what, but it got smacked down earlier, but now it looks like it rallied off the lows pretty good. So the financial sector was a little bit weak today, but that's all right. I'm seeing another green stock here, CME. This stock had a nice little wide range bar. Okay, has a breakout over 74. You can keep an eye on this one for tomorrow. Nice looking wide range candle there. Definitely a sign of buyers in the name. Energy stocks were a little bit weak today. Lows traded this lows a little bit in the last 30 minutes of the day. Made a nice little push up. This stock is breaking and making new all-time highs. So if Lowe's is making new all-time highs, you want to make sure you take a look at Home Depot. Home Depot hasn't yet to make all-time highs, but definitely looks like it could make its way back up there. If it can get back above this little support that broke, that it's now acting as resistance, we we should be able to make a move back up towards, I would say, 80. So keep an eye on Home Depot as they can try to catch up to the lows idea. And that's about it, folks. We'll have some more stocks tomorrow. Make sure you check out the chat room, mywallstreettv.com. If you're interested in trading with our firm, you can contact me at ccooper at wallstreettrading.com. You can also contact me if you're interested in taking our education course that we've been doing here, which has been going pretty well. So aside from that, have a great day, and I'll catch you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. If you'd like to get access to the chat room, just go to the home page, fill out the form on the right-hand side, or send me an email with the request, and I'll give you the details. Have a great day, folks. Cheers.